So I have just entered this little porta cabin which says polling station, casted the vote in the local elections. This is a important election, and it's an important right for all of us to be able to cast a ballot, to be able to cast a vote. Whoever you end up voting for, you know, it's a right for all of us to be able to have a, just walking across the road here, so I've got to be a bit careful. It's important for all of us to be able to have that right. So we're going to get to the office, we're going to sit down and talk a little bit about why this is important. So who have I voted for and why? Going into any election, whether that's general elections, whether that's local elections, it's important to get a well-rounded, balanced view, the pros and cons to all parties, and ultimately interrogate the policies, the promises that they have made. First and foremost, we're going through a transitional time where the lack of trust for our elected representation is at an all-time low, to the point where we're looking forward to seeing what the actual turnout is going to be. Got to get people aware that they have a right to vote and register for their ability to vote, opt in to vote, and then make their voices heard. I know for me personally, as I was kind of growing up, early, adulthood, these are the things that weren't really on my mind. It wasn't very much spoken about, but it's so important for the younger generation, and I'm certainly going to do this for my son and my daughter, to really promote the need to cast that vote. And so that's first and foremost. I'm looking forward to seeing what the rollout has been. Then secondly, it's important to go into the policies, what people are promising, and whether you agree or you don't agree. I think about what I've experienced in my adulthood over the last sort of 20 years. And over the last 20 years, when you think of the Tories, when you think of a Labour, it's been a two-party system, right? They've basically kind of flip-flopped between them both. And you've then got to ask yourself fundamentally, are you happy with the direction of the country? Are you happy with what's happening in your local areas? Now, for me, when we moved to the office, and at the start of this year, when we started hitting the streets, and I felt the need to get out on the streets, because we're at this warehouse, which is on the outskirts of our town, but the office is actually in the center of town. And every day driving to work and walking into town for whether it's lunch, I felt a strong sense of there's been a massive decline, whether that is just basic standards, the cleanliness, when you think of the upkeep of roads, the rubbish, when you think of the graffiti, when you think of people struggling on streets, when you think of like the homeless, when you think of the high street that has been decimated through, businesses going out of business. And this was really the awakening that I personally had, which was like, this is on our doorstep. Like, what is going on? And then you start going down, investigating, like, okay, well, we're paying business rates, we're paying council taxes. Like, where's this money going? Like, where is it being spent? What's it being spent on? Because every single one of us, we all have these bills to pay every single month, and whether we like it or not, we are obligated to pay these things. But when you think of just from a private perspective, if you're not happy with a particular service, you just simply don't pay that service and you leave. If you're not happy with a particular product that you've purchased, you simply get a refund and then you don't buy that again. We don't have a choice when it comes to government. We don't have a choice when it comes to councils. Like, at the end of the day, the money that is being spent should be on the greater purpose and the greater potential for a happy and prosperous life. Does that make sense? So I looked around and then I was like, I said to Jake, look, I want to go out on the streets. I want to start speaking to people. I want to, like, how do you feel? Like, are you okay? What do you think of this? And the responses from people with energy, right? Energy bills, that's going through the roof. The responses from pensioners that have been squeezed and allowances being taken. The responses from local businesses that are being absolutely decimated with rates. And we are a young business, a small business ourselves. We're 10 years old this year, and we want to be a part of a greater future where we have the ability to employ, to give back to charities. We've always wanted to make a difference, and we try every opportunity that we can, right? And so therefore you're looking at policies, right? You're looking at, like, what is it that they're willing to do or they are promising, and Reform are the only party, in my opinion, are the only party that are not afraid to simply say that the UK needs reform, and they are focused on family, community and country. When it's all said and done, whatever country that you're from, I believe that we should harness the fundamental cultures, the history, the whatever beliefs that you have. Every country has their right to be like, this is the country and this is the environment that we want to serve. And the problem is, if you try to serve everybody, you serve nobody. And that's what I feel like the politics has gone to. They're trying to serve absolutely everybody, and in doing so, they are leaving a lot of people behind. Farmers, pensioners, businesses, young people, in working life, it's a big problem. So Reform were the only party that I believe has the ability to truly make a big headway on the future of the UK and turning this big, once great island around. And for that, it needs us all to vote. It needs us all to go into these Portakabins and put in that cross. So we'll see what the votes ultimately are, and I hope hopefully the mayor, who's going to be hopefully from Reform, this is going to be truly a test that we're giving them I don't want to say benefit of the doubt. We've all been hurt so much, as in, like, betrayed trust, lies, and say one thing, do another thing. But I truly believe in, you shouldn't just because you've had a past experience on something that's turned out maybe negatively, you shouldn't project that experience on somebody new. You got to give people opportunities. And everything that I've seen, everything that I've heard, they talk about the UK people, they talk about, businesses, they talk about, energy and net zero. They talk about the fundamental things that are actually, in my opinion, based on the uncensored street conversations that we've had. They're talking about real things that actually matter to real people that have got concerns, that energy crisis, economics crisis, the what it would appear the total degrade of our towns and cities. And we want to be proud, we want to be optimistic, we want to look at our environment and go, I'm proud to be here. And that, in my opinion, feels like it's being lost. That sense of being proud, that sense of being optimistic. But this is the start. I really do believe so. So let me know your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button. Did you know that we are, I think it's less than 5%. If you're watching this and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you are notified of any future content. We are going to continue talking about different topics, whether that is politics, whether that is ultimately trying to make our environment and our futures for our families a bit better. So happy voting day. I hope you take that opportunity to vote, and look forward to speaking to you in the next time. Bye bye.